Evening, everybody, and welcome to the Hyperion Invitational Cup. Tonight we've got Kaiju Corp Clover going up against Danger Close for our first match of week 2. My name is Spooky. I'm joined on the mic by Dylan. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good, Spooky. How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. And I'm doing even better because I'm excited for this matchup.
Oh, I am too. These are both two very good teams. They're currently sitting 1 and 2 in the standings, both undefeated, looking to give their opponent their first loss of this tournament and looking to stand out further in the standings.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys have come out swinging. It's early. It's certainly early in the tournament, but they do emerge as our front runners so far. So we're going to see which of those are going to be able to keep that undefeated status and which is going to unfortunately lose the luster tonight.
Yeah, we got Kaiju Core here, and Kaiju Core Clover, and this team put on a phenomenal performance against Frost Nova last week, giving them a swift 3-0, and really looked strong on every single composition that they came out with. I'm looking to see that same strength in composition that they showed last week, and looking to see if they can still bring it to Danger Close this week.
Yeah, very aggressive team. These guys will chase you to spawn if you'll let them. And I think that's going to kind of decide this matchup here, Dylan. You know, Kaiju are going to try and set the pace. They're going to go fast. They're going to push you. They're going to really just take a very aggressive stance. And I want to see if Danger Close are going to be able to punish that or even play to the same pace. Because if they can't, I think this might be a Kaiju win.
Oh, for sure. You're definitely going to have to look out for Greg to push that aggressiveness.
Spam the thing to help out Greg.
So why don't you give us a little information on Danger Close? How did they look last week against Lux Nova?
Danger Close looked good. I am familiar with this team. They've been around for a while. You know, they have that synergy together, and it really proved in their 3-0 victory over Lux Nova. They looked good. They looked strong, and it just seemed like they were outplaying the other team. So I am excited to see Danger Close going into this matchup, but I don't think this is gonna be a 3-0, Dylan.
I don't think that either. I'm predicting this one to go all the way. I'd love for it to go all the way. That means more casting for us. So
of course.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good show tonight. So I'm gonna be looking at Greg from Kaiju Core Clover and also Xavier. Xavier put on a very good main tank performance last week. So let's see if these two DPS and tanks can either shut down the other to give their team the edge.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about Xavier, that matchup against Glitch is going to be very interesting to me because me and Marks casted the Kaiju Corp Clover game last week, and we spoke to Greg, and he's like, yeah, Glitch kind of controls our aggression. Not surprising in the main tank role. That's usually a theme in these competitive Overwatch matches, that the main tank makes those calls. But when it's a team like this that is so reliant on their aggression, it makes sense that it's interesting to see exactly how this main tank matchup's going to boil out, you know?
Oh, I 100% agree. I'm a tank player myself, so, you know, being able to understand how these tanks want to play, both off tank and main tank, and how they can really control the pace of a team fight, that's very interesting to me. So I'm always looking at the main tank matchup or the tank matchup in general.
Yeah, and of course, you can't play main tank without a strong team behind you. So it's going to be as much about Glitch and Xavier's decisions as it is between how their team enables them to make these big plays.
Yes, I agree. Like you were saying, Greg very aggressive. He'll want to overtake Glitch's aggression, and showing the Symmetra. That's a very aggressive DPS pick. Want to get up in the face of the enemy team tanks and just build up that beam damage and put down a lot of pressure on the opposing tanks.
Yeah, we'll have to see if this is just a teleport to get his team in position, or if Greg is going to stick on the sim and try and burn down that shield. Looks like he is. We are going to see the Symmetra pick coming down. Xavier is going to be under a lot of pressure, but with the Junkrat on the other side, that's a lot of AoE damage coming in.
Yes, and Greg or Glitch right now looking to get very aggressive. Maywall comes out, doesn't really find anyone. Glitch just posturing here, maybe looking for a quick opportunity, a quick opening. But it looks like they have pressured out Saucer, but he does go down.
Yeah, with Glitch down, it looks like that is going to be it. Cannon cannot be kept alive from that charge. The boops come through, but it's going to be Danger Close taking the fight and capping the point.
Yeah, this Junkrat spam just put down a lot of pressure on Glitch. Made it to where when his shield went down, he was just a sitting duck for Danger Close to pick away at, and eventually he was the first on his team to fall.
Yeah, and it is Cannon not getting the best Mei wall out. That is an advantage, but it's a long cooldown, and you have to get an isolated target to really use the Mei to full effect. Now, the tire coming in. Final Gambit's looking for something, but yeah, he's going to find it. No immortality field. It's around the corner, and Greg is down. Frog for life. Pushing forward with the rest of the team, and that is going to be lights out for Kaiju Corp. They're trying to get back to spawn. Not going to let them.
Yeah, both teams holding on to this immortality field due to the spam from Final Gambit. I fully expected JB Rocks to open up, give his team just a little advantage to push through this choke and all this damage with that amplification matrix. Both teams holding on to it. We'll see which one pops it first. And there they are. Both of them come out, and Final Gambit finds 3 with the concussion mine and a 4th one with the trap. And Paradroid just finishing up whoever he can. Looks like they might be staggering this Baby Diva, but Paradroid goes ahead and ends the suffering right then and there.
Not the combination you see. not the most common combo in the game. The Junkrat mine with its like 5-foot radius through the amplification matrix for 3K. It's not that common. The bomb
early bomb though comes out, finds nothing.
Yeah. But the immortality field's there. It does seem like enough, you know, you get the damage in, you get out of the immortality field, and Final Gambit is able to clean it up. Danger Close are completely in control of this still. Yeah,
they've been in control this entire time. But Kaiju Core is coming in with some ultimates, only the Earth Shatter, so if Xavier can hit a fat shatter and can shut down these ultimates right here.
He just has to keep him off the point.
Exactly. Glitch pushing onto the point, will be able to touch, and there's the Earth Shatter. Looks like it found one. Beat comes out in return, and this is just going to be a big brawl on the point as both DPS go down, or as one DPS goes down on both teams. Cannon does jump up looking to pick out Frog for life, and Felix Felice is just trying to do what she can on point. High Noon comes out though from Frog for life. Doesn't find anyone. Bomb now coming out, and it looks like Kaiju Core might be able to get some. They found 2 picks, but this is just a long staggered fight. Greg though with the two kills with the High Noon. Can he finish off the remaining 2? He's got both the supports there with him. Xavier goes for a charge, doesn't find anyone, and Kaiju Core will be able to flip this point.
And it's Greg out of nowhere. Getting picked early, then coming in with the High Noon when the fight has kind of collapsed, and you weren't really as focused as you would before, so he gets the value of an ultimate you normally wouldn't. And now we see the aggression coming out from Kaiju Corp. They want to push forward, but Glitch realized it's a bad idea. He has to go back behind the choke. They have to keep winning from here, Dylan. They can't lose a fight.
No, they have to play perfect, but they did swap over to the Sombra, and Cannon already building. But that is a big shatter coming out. Finds 2, he goes down for it, but that should be the fight right there.
Yeah, and I like this. I like the adaptability coming out from Kaiju. They start on the Mei, Cannon moved over to the Junkrat, finally decided on the Sombra. You know, that can come back to bite you if you don't build your ultimates up quickly enough, but they realized something wasn't working, and they started making swaps. I like to see that.
I do too, and Cannon at 20% from this EMP, going to be looking to farm the rest of it up before Danger Close can engage, but they take the low route. They're already on point.
Tire's coming out, and it gets 4. That is
4-man tire. Final Gambit just popping off with these 4-man concussion mines, 4-man tires, and this looks like it's going to be the first map taken by Danger Close Red.
Yeah, and look, they're just popping ultimates because they don't even need to use them. Final Gambit single-handedly winning that last fight. And it's not something I usually like to see, Dylan, as the Junkrat in the rush comp, but Final Gambit makes it work. And especially on a map with very close choke points. You get a lot more damage down, and you get, you know, the big mines coming out the chokes, or you get to punish a close-up comp, a close group-together comp like the rush with those tires. It really worked out well.
Oh yes, and don't forget if you die and they want to be on top of your team, and if they die on top of your body, that's 300 damage, I believe. That's if you don't get out of the way, it's very fast damage from his total mayhem.
Yeah, and even if it doesn't get any kills, that little bit of extra pressure could make the difference. Now, moving to Sanctuary, Kaiju are going to try and pull this one back. And they're fairly different comps coming out. A more dive-based comp from Kaiju versus the Battering Ram 6-man composition coming out from Danger Close.
Yes, Danger Close gonna be looking to hack up Glitch as he rolls through, and as you see, he's already hacked up and gets taken off the map.
Bye.
That's what happens when you try to roll through a Sombra. She'll just look for you.
Yeah, and this is an early cap.
This is, with Glitch down, that's going to be an early cap, looking to maintain control of Dojo, and I'm fully expecting them to rush onto the backline. The Zen Brig duo that
it's not mobile at all.
No, and you see right now,
to see it.
Yeah, Xavier just tickling away, does find the D-Mech on Felix Felicis, and without that main tank, or that off tank there, that Diva there to help protect your Zen, that's just, you can't really do anything. It's all up to Brig from there.
Yeah, and what else can Felix do there? You know, she has to stand in front of her supports to keep them from dying, and it is coming back to bite her as she falls just before getting back into mech. There hasn't been a real fight yet, Dylan, and Danger Close are up 40%.
Yeah, and also look at Frog for Life compared to Cannon on this EMP charge. Frog for Life has it, Cannon's at 75%.
Yeah.
So I expect an EMP, possibly a bomb, maybe EMP Coalescence. The EMP by itself, you can just dictate the fight right there whenever you want. But they do swap over to the Reinhardt comp.
There it is, 5-man EMP, Glitch is already down, and that's going to be it. The bomb comes through as well, and that's 2 ultimates for a team fight when you even hold on to the Coalescence. Cannon has to come up big with his EMP here, Dylan. Kaiju Corps they're scrambling, they're floundering, they're drowning. They can't keep up.
No, they can't. This composition that Danger Close is running wants to be in your face, wants to dictate the tempo, wants to cycle those ults, wants to be in control the entire time, and so far they've been in control this entire point. Cannon now looking just for a good EMP. It has to make sure that he catches out Paradroid, who has to be very careful on where they're placed.
The support EMP comes through, but it's not enough to keep Cannon alive. It's a 5v6 in favor of Danger Close, and Kaiju Corp have to come up with something or they're gonna lose the map as Final Gambit puts the period on the end of the sentence with the Death Blossom coming through. Dominance from Danger Close. Shatter's a strong ultimate, but it's not that strong, Dylan.
Yeah, it was just very desperate attempts to find something and make it stick, knowing that he was the lone survivor. He had to come up and do something. Glitch did what he could, but in the end, it was just a very dominant performance by Danger Close Red.
Yeah, Danger Close coming out strong. Very, very strong. I know we were talking about potentially this match can really decide who is the team to beat, who could potentially be the favorite in the Hyperion tournament as a whole. And Danger Close, along with Final Gambit, are really making a case for their team. Final Gambit with 2 match-winning ultimates, or point-winning ultimates at least, coming in at the end of both of those points on that map.
Oh yes, and I really like to point out that Junkrat performance on Mecha Base. Just like you were saying, that close range comp doesn't really want the Junkrat in it. But in those close quarters, those very tight corridors to push into the point, it can prove to be very deadly to the enemy team, as you have to walk in it just 1 second and a support is down or a DPS is down. And you know that I wasn't expecting for that Junkrat composition to really do anything very important, but they seem to know exactly what they want to do, and they perfected it. They performed it excellently.
Yeah, it certainly worked a little bit better than I expected as well. And when you get thinking about it, you know, the rush comp is, you kind of get in your head that you want to play so close together, so you can't get walled off by Mei, right? You can't get a target isolated. But now if there's a Junkrat on the other side, if, you know, one of the tanks don't have the defense matrix, don't have the shield up, suddenly your entire team is taking damage because you're grouped up, because you're so used to it.
Yeah, it's a very double-edged sword right there with the Junkrat and the Mei on the enemy team.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting composition. I'm curious if they break out the rush again, will they run the Junkrat, or is that just, you know, a mecha base kind of thing? But I guess we will see moving forward. Next up, we're going to Route 66, Dylan.
Yeah, Route 66, very defensive favored for if you're playing double shield, it's very good. You have a perfect high ground to hold. Very good position on the map to hold on top of big earls, and very dive favored for the attack. But we can also see some close holds coming in where you hold the train car right before the cart, and where you don't even let the enemy team touch it or push it, and see just how much time you can take off.
Yeah, especially if you favor the rush comp. Very good for the Reinhardt to hold there. And if, like you said, if you're a Reinhardt-based team, which I'm starting to get the idea that Kaiju Corps are. I think they prefer the Rhine. I think they look a little more weak on the dive compositions. So I think they do prefer the Rhine. That could be where they try and make this one work. You know, they get their heads back on straight. They go, okay, it's a rough first map, but it's over now. Let's break out the Reinhardt. Let's go straight to spawn.
Oh yes, but if they want to run the Reinhardt and they're running into a double shield, it's going to be a very tough time for them. Because if that double shield is holding up on big earls, you have to go behind them before you can actually contest them, and in order to get to the point to contest them. So maybe looking for some displacement in it as well. Maybe add a Junkrat. I don't see it. Maybe a Pharah just to boop some people off to collapse on. There's a lot of ways you can run it, but Reinhardt really not favored in that double shield matchup.
Like, if you want to run the Rhine, you're going to have to think of something. And there's not an easy answer there. It really depends on what the team is most comfortable with. Because at the end of the day, Rhine doesn't do much if he's not up in the opponent's face. And the double shield is very good at staying away.
Oh, yes. I was watching the CarQ video or the Orisa tip for against every hero today. And it was with Ace of Spades. And he said, as Orisa, you don't want to be near them. You want to keep them as far away from you as possible and just poke them down with your damage. So that's exactly what a double shield comp will be looking to do. But we might not even see it. I hope we do. I love double shield, contrary to popular belief. Well, the most popular opinion by people, everyone hates double shield, but I love it. I love running it. But I also love playing Sigma. So
Sigma is a lot of fun. The Orisa might not agree as much, but Sigma's a fun hero.
Oh,
and I do like it on Route 66. It's very, the high ground, the position of where the high ground is very favorable to the Orisa specifically. You really have long sight lines that you can get a bunch of poke damage in.
Oh yes, and sometimes we'll see teams put their Sigma off to the side and just give an extra direction that the damage is coming from, just a little off angle.
Yeah, and I've even seen teams run the soldier just because you have that mobility that you can use the off angle, but as soon as the team starts pushing in, you can get behind the shield. It is, little adaptations like that I really do love to see. It shows a good understanding of what you're trying to do as a team.
Yeah. Adding yourself into these team comps is a great way to really see how these teams shine. And, like you said, putting in a soldier, maybe they have a really good hit scan player who just wants to play the soldier instead of the Ashe or something. But Ashe also very big in the double shield composition, puts down a lot of pressure, can build Bobs up almost every single fight if they play it right or the teams are grouped up, which a brawl comp would want to do. So very excited to see what these teams bring into Route 66.
Yeah, and I think we are just about to. And it looks like you got your wish, Dylan. Yes. I see some double shield going on. Even they're really going all the way down the degenerate route with the Torb as well.
If Final Gambit does not get one hammer kill, I will be very upset.
That's a loss, regardless if you win the map. If you don't have the hammer kill under your belt. Well, what does it even mean?
Yeah, quick pause coming in here. Not quite sure what this could spell. Maybe someone's having some hardware issues. Maybe a mouse died. People use wireless mice. Wired mouse gang, rise up. So
yeah. It doesn't look like a large problem, and we are going back in. Luckily, good for us, good for the teams, good for the viewers. And we've only got 10 seconds before we get to see this double shield actually come out in action. And it looks like, I'm curious if, Kaiju are going to stay on this composition. It's a little bit strange. You've got the more rush style supports along with the Winston Diva, but then you run the Okay, they're going with a Tracer Sombra, just using the Sonic Arrow to scout a little bit. A little more common, but the Torb is going to give the Tracer, it's going to give both DBS a hard time.
Oh yes, looking to see when these teams will aggress. Probably just push the card up. Maybe even just wait, just hold the low ground right below them where they can't damage you. Just keep pushing the cart. But that is a nice haul. Allows Frog for Life to build up quite a bit to his Bob. Already 30%.
Yeah, and you can see Danger Close just standing on the edge because they are able to actually stall the cart out from that position. Saucer taking out Copal. She is going to be back quick on the Lucio, but it does look like this is going the way of Danger Close so far. A lot of damage coming down, and they can't seem to move the cart. But as Frog for Life dies, that could be an opening if Paradroid can't get that res.
Yeah, it's a very big opening. Considering he's only 40% to the Bob, it does get the res, but his life is and take their life instead. Very good support play right there to give your life or your DPS, but you'd rather have that Mercy alive than the Ashe.
Absolutely. Hoppy can do a lot of healing on the Baptiste and is just bouncing around trying to keep himself alive, but I'm not quite sure. He gets cooldown right away to go back up, but he cannot. I don't think he can do this much healing, especially when he's dead. Greg gets the kill. Saucer's trying to bring out the Gravitic Flux. Gets another kill on the Copal, but now the hacks are coming through, and this favors the offense. Primal Rage, a Coalescence, just the cherry on top of the ice cream there.
Yeah, Glitch going absolutely wild on the Monkey. Little bit of monkey madness as they do finally get the cart going, but I mean, it cost them almost 2 minutes in the time bank. So if this does go for longer for both teams on, when they're on their defense, then, that 2 minutes could cost them dearly. So they're going to have to make up some serious time as they do get caught up here, but they will eventually cap out second point.
Yeah, and it's a cheeky little play by Felix, staying out of mech to use the AoE of the remech to potentially save the point. It didn't quite work out, but I like the enthusiasm. It's just cleanup from Kaiju as they push forward here. They keep the EMP. That's important.
Yeah, they hold on to the EMP, and they also have a bomb, so EMP Diva bomb combo can look very good here.
Yeah, but at the same time, the EMP, it doesn't do quite as much value as you want. Specifically, I'm looking at the Torb. EMP doesn't bother him much. You still gotta watch out. He'll take down his turrets, but he's still got a lot of frontal pressure, a lot of damage coming out with his gun. The same for Frog for Life on the Ashe.
Yeah, EMP bomb comes in, gets the D-Mech on Saucer, and Xavier falls down as well. Paradroid does Battle Mercy Cannon down, so no more Sombra, no more hacks, as Greg does have to recall. Gets the stick onto Paradroid. That was a good stick from Greg there. A little bit of classiness right there. As Glitch dives in, trying to clean up this Torbjorn in the turret, gets the turret, and he does have help from Felix Felicis.
Yeah, now we're seeing the aggression that Kaiju got, kind of made a name for themselves in their last match. And it's really punishing against the double shield because they can't actually set up like they want to. And I'm not even sure they'll be able to get a touch here, Dylan. They're trying to force out, but Glitch is happy to get the body block off. And look how far everyone else is apart from each other. Kaiju have to clean this up. They have every advantage.
Yeah, they have every advantage. Happy and Paradroid nowhere near the fight as they're getting bashed away. And with this Coalescence, that is going to spell the team fight over and a team fight win for Danger Close Red. As they're just cleaning up here, they do cap that second point in lightning time.
Hello there.
Yeah, and Danger Close is realizing it's not working. You're not able to set up on the double shield. They're going to switch to the Rush comp, but they run the Ana. You don't really have the AoE healing of the Baptiste, don't the Immortality Field. You have the Anti-Nade, you have the Sleep, you have a different set of utility, but I'm not sure it's quite what you want for this Rush composition. But we'll see if it manages to work out. Frog for Life gets an early pick, and that should be the fight as the Rush comp pushes forward.
Yeah, losing Winston there, your main tank, that's your main source of aggression. I heard a Pulse Bomb, doesn't seem to find anything, but Frog for Life just pushing forward, hoping to get this D-Mech on the Diva. But Felix Felicis will be able to get back to the safety of her supports.
Yeah,
but
Paradroid,
like you said though, with Happy, yeah, he has the beat. Like you said with Happy, he might be playing for these anti-nades, looking for these big anti-heals. And that is a tire that comes out that does find Glitch, who has swapped over to the Reinhardt. So no more main tank again. That's gonna spell a retreat for Kaiju Core.
And we do see the Junkrat. They continue to want to run this. Danger Close have a lot of small variations on the rush comp, and it does seem to be working out for them. But Paradroid, with the sound barrier, he needs to have that ready to counteract the EMP coming out from Cannon. He cannot get hacked up, because the EMP can really punish the rush comp pretty severely.
Yeah, Coalescence and High Noon coming out for both teams. EMP comes out, does catch Paradroid though, so no sound barrier in the fight. Cannon goes down, but Saucer and Frog for Life go down the other way, and they're picks back and forth. Nano Boost applied to Xavier, looking to get aggressive, trying to finish this fight off as he does pick up Glitch. So that is another team fight win for Danger Close Red.
Yeah, there are a lot of drawbacks to the Ana, but Nano Boost is not one of them, especially when you put on a Reinhardt. A lot of ultimates coming out, Xavier getting the Shatter, Copal responding with the sound barrier, but it looks like everything is coming up Kaiju Corp. That sound barrier gave them the extra bit of sustain they needed, and they're finally going to get this card moving after being stalled out for quite a bit of time here.
Yeah, a minute and a half left. They have plenty of time to cap this. They do have, they are coming up on the Earth Shatter. Earth Shatter and Flashbang, a very good combo that they might want to work out. Saucer needs to be ready for it. Look to eat up that Flashbang. Or Paradroid, who does beat early, give their team the advantage as the High Noon comes out.
That's the High Noon! Look at that! Come on, Greg.
Wow, the bomb coming out from Saucer just to try and help his team get any advantage, but he does find the remake kill on their counterpart. So it's 5v staggers, so it's going to be all up to Xavier to stall this point out enough to cap out the point.
Final Gambit followed it up with another one. The High Noon might not have quite been enough to get it over. They still need to clean up with only 4 members, and Frog for Life responds only 2, but I think that will be quite good enough as they get the rest of the cleanup. It's going to be one more push for Kaiju Corp, and they don't have too much to work with. Another Shatter, they might get up to this Riptire, they probably will, but they need to make this one work. They need to capitalize on the advantage they get from these ultimates.
Yeah, and Danger Close Red swapping their entire composition, so they have no ultimates. The closest one is Xavier at 80%, so he will have the mines for this fight, and that will be a good way to deter Kaiju Core from pushing onto the objective. As he's just scouting now. He does get Earth Shatter finds Happy on the Moira, but he's able to fade to safety. And Xavier just spinning to win, puts the mines on the point, looking to pile drive maybe, but Greg is popping off, finds both supports, and Cannon finding final gambiting Xavier. Xavier does find Glitch on the opposite side, but it's one kill to 6. So very good hold, very good push. Got held up a little bit at the end, but Kaiju Core able to push it all the way through, and that gives them a clear win condition for this map.
Absolutely, just hold Danger Close before they get to the end there. And Danger Close will have their work cut out for them. Route 66 is not an easy map to capture. It's very defensively favored. So Kaiju Corp, they're looking to tie this one up after a rough first map. They come back strong. And it's big DPS plays that really open up that third point for them. Greg and Cannon, in almost back-to-back fights, pretty much getting 4-mans, 5-mans between them and getting that cart all the way over the end.
Yeah, and Kaiju Core looking to play this dive comp again, this rush dive comp with the Sombra and the Tracer. Tracer being subbed in for the Reaper in this composition, but able to flank with Cannon, just put down pressure on the back line.
Yeah, it is a little more backline focused. It's going to be difficult to do a forward hold if they try it. The Winston just doesn't have the same amount of pressure that the Reinhardt will. So they are going to have to do this a little bit. They're going to have to be clean with the execution, or this will come back to bite them.
Yeah, they have the element of surprise right now.
Yeah,
they have the element of surprise right now. Glitch walked right past, didn't even know they were there. Not Glitch, Xavier. As they jump straight onto Happy, who's having to use that immortality field to save himself. Xavier charges, gets glitched, so that's an opening. And Happy finds Greg on the other side. So this close hold not really giving the advantage that maybe they were hoping for.
Yeah, and every kill favors the offense. Kaiju Corp's hold didn't even stall out the cart that far. They weren't able to hold it, so the cart has moved.
Yeah, I was going to note that as well, as Xavier takes out the remeching Felix Felicis, and they're just cleaning up the remainders here who are trying to stall out this cart.
And I'm going to tell you, Dylan, this Winston Diva Moira Lucio was really popularized in the Overwatch League when Reinhardt was out of rotation. And that kind of tells you why. The Rein gets a lot of damage down and doesn't have to look... He's not afraid of too much. Like, he gets to swing the hammer, and there's no big burst damage to threaten him, so he just gets a lot of AoE damage in, and you can tell because Xavier already has the Shatter.
Yeah, and with no shields, all they have to do is wait for Glitch's shield to go in, and he should be using it right around now, looking to break that shield, and maybe looking to unleash this Earth Shatter as Happy puts down the Immortality Field. EMP coming out from Cannon doesn't find what he was looking for, as Xavier's just swinging away, trying to hit the home run as he swings for the fences. Coalescence comes out and is almost killed immediately. Beat coming out by Paradroid just to keep his team topped up, and this is definitely a fight win for Danger Close Red.
Yeah, and Kaiju use a lot of ultimates in what amounts to be a fight loss. Kind of a hit Q to win mentality, it seems. They know the fight is not going their way, and they try and turn it around with the ultimates. It's risky, and it comes back to bite them that time because they would love to have that EMP back right now, but instead they have to switch over to the more standard rush comp. But the ult advantage is pretty solidly in favor of Danger Close. They're going to have that Blizzard pretty soon, and Felix has to be ready to try and eat that up, or Danger Close is just going to keep rolling forward.
Oh, for sure. And possibly they Kaiju Core swapped compositions and knew they wanted to swap compositions, so they said, hey, let's throw every single ultimate we have that we're not keeping and see if we can just hold on for a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
Kaiju coming out from Frog for Life, and looks like Danger Close is very safe here in that Mega room, as he's taken down to 6 HP. Blizzard does come out by Final Gambit's able to freeze up a few, takes out Greg in the long run. Felix Felicis just using that ultimate, finds Paradroid. Will they get the remech kill? No, they won't, but Saucer loses their mech and their life for it, and Kaiju Court will be able to hold on at this point.
Yeah, it's a good fight for Kaiju. I do want to credit Cannon's flank a little bit, kind of pushing out Frog for Life. You don't have the DPS you would normally to follow up on the Blizzard, and it does let Kaiju win a Blizzard fight, which is not... You don't want to see that if you're Danger Close here. And they are going to switch. They're gonna ditch the main. We're going to see the Junkrat mirror.
Well, this is definitely the plat meta. Bring out some Junkrats and just hope the team doesn't know how to avoid damage, as Saucer and Happy going Happy through this window. So, and that will take out 3 members of Kaiju Core and make it 4 and a mech. So that will be Danger Close Red able to push this card again.
Yeah, they're back moving. Cannon uses the tire, but seems a little enthusiastic on the trigger. I think Cannon has not been getting nearly as much value out of the tires as Final Gambit has been. I'm not sure if that's a fault of their own or just, Danger Close are able to play around it. But now they're holding this aggressive positioning.
That's a massive
boot from Paradroid. Yeah, it denies the Shatter as well. Glitch doesn't manage to find that. The bomb comes in. Ultimate on Zanga here, and it's Final Gambit that actually manages to put in the damage, and with 2 down, it looks like this is going to be Danger Close taking point B.
Yep, Frog for Life picking up another 2 with that Deadeye. Maybe not
he'll match Greg's high noon stats someday.
Yeah, he'll match him someday, but maybe that Deadeye wasn't 100% needed. They were already up 4 in the fight, so might want to hold on to that for this fight. Just give yourself a little bit extra damage onto the shields, a little bit more pushing progress. But Greg does have his on the other end, and they go for a flank.
Yeah,
so
Glitch getting a lot of damage in, and ooh, Cannon with a kill on the tire. The superior Junkrat.
Definitely superior, as he picks up Final Gambit on the Junkrat. Cannon just diffing Final Gambit in every way besides the Rip Tire kills. But now Danger Close Red is kind of split off from their respawners. Their Reinhardt is away from them, and they're stuck here on Kaiju Corp's side as they do push into these teams to clean them up.
Yeah, it does look like Kaiju Corp Clover are managing something. They're managing a pretty strong defense here. But with 2 minutes on the clock, Danger Close have the time to come up with something. But it's aggressive coming out from Kaiju Corp Clover here. They get the bomb in and they want to push forward.
Yeah, they're wanting to push forward, and with that window, that's going to help them. But a bomb and an Earth Shatter, and Xavier getting the kill on the Glitch and the charge into cannon. Paradroid does go down, but Danger Close Red definitely has the advantage here as they're going to push forward. Paradroid can just skate on into the fight real quick and be back in an instant.
Yeah, and the ults are pretty solidly in favor of Danger Close here. They have a good opportunity to push forward, use the support ults to keep themselves alive and build up the final gambit with that tire and see what comes out of it. Hoppy just zoning a little bit with the amplification matrix, but someone's gonna have to touch eventually. The shatter comes in and it's big. Paradroid counters with the beat. Both DPS so low on the side of Danger Close, but they managed to be healed up, and Final Gambit is starting to put in the damage. He has the tire. He's going to let it rip, and that's a 2K, and I think that is going to be the cap for Danger Close Hill.
Yeah, maybe some stalls come in. Glitch might swap over to the Wrecking Ball, but no one will be alive. Cannon had just spawned, was not able to make it out of spawn to contest the cart, and that was a very, very dominant attack. Very rarely do we see people cap Route 66, much less with 2 minutes left in the time bank.
Yeah, for sure. And now, you know, after a pretty good offense coming out from Kaiju Corp Clover, they're back on the back foot, Dylan. They only have a single minute. And I'm going to see if they're going to try and switch anything up here. They did like to run that kind of 6-man Tracer Somber composition on point A. I wonder if they're going to stick with that.
Yeah, I'd like to see if they'll stick with that too. But remember how long it took them to actually push past and cap first point. It took them 2 minutes. They have half that time now.
Which is longer than a minute, for sure.
Yeah, they have half that time now. So we might see as Danger Close showing the same composition they've been running, this Reinhardt Junkrat composition. They might be looking to close hold, just stop all of that time bank and stop them from even pushing.
Like it.
I would
like
too.
A close hold, especially because they started with the double shield. But they might be going with a little bit of a compromise and trying to hold this first corner instead. I do like the Reinhardt, especially in these overtime situations where you don't have to hold as long. I think it puts more pressure on the cart.
Oh, for sure. We see this Pharah coming out, looking to rain justice from above, looking to boop the supports off the map, but they're going to have to watch out for Frog for Life, who has hit them, tagged Cannon up with the dynamite. Greg here just looking for some damage, focusing on Happy. Happy having to play very safe, but a giant anti-nade coming out from JB Rocks does end up finding Final Gambit, and he goes down in the end of it. Xavier falls down as well, and with no main tank, that's they're going to have to either contest this card or retreat, and it looks like they're going for the former.
Both teams breaking out compositions we did not see on point A in the actual non-overtime rounds. And it does look like the disruption comp from Kaiju Corp Clover is going to win out over the more Reinhardt rush base. You know, the ball rolling through, the Pharah getting so much damage in, and we're going to see the double hit scan coming out from Danger Close just to match this Pharah here.
Yeah, you know, you have a Pharah and a Mercy both working together, so Danger Close decides they're going to put an Ashe and a Soldier both working together to contest them and counter them, as they are able to get this last touch, but Frog for Life is taken out immediately.
Another big ante coming out from JB Rocks, has built up to the Nano. The bomb comes out, but I don't think it's enough to actually save Danger Close to stop Kaiju Corp here on point A, and they are going to get the cap. They're going to go up to 4 total points, and they have the ultimates. They are not stopping yet.
Yeah, they have a Nano Visor, which is going to be really big if they can demech Saucer or just catch him out of position.
And Xavier swapping off the Rhine really puts all that pressure on the Saucer.
Oh yes, but remember, this is overtime. Those spawns are a lot longer. The Kaiju Corp Clover has to stay on the cart. Glitch dropping the mines just to keep them in these tunnels, making it to where they can get a little bit more push, and maybe that's all you need right now. You just want the distance right now, then you can worry about holding later.
Absolutely, and they're still holding on to the Nano Visor. They haven't had to pop it quite yet, and they're going for the Nano Pharah instead, trusting in Cannon to get the work done, and it looks like he will. Paradroid gets the res off. Both supports are back in the fight, but Cannon with Copal just holding on to him, keeping him up, and giving him that damage boost when needed. It is going to be another fight win for kaiju corp clover. They might cap point B.
Yes, it's looking very likely, and Glitch just couldn't finish off Paradroid there, being healed up by Happy, but it looks like they will cap point B. Spooky, are we gonna see the overtime full push?
Oh, we just might. I doubt it, because I do think this is where the composition falls apart from kaiju corp clover. It's not, the Pharah doesn't have a lot of airspace. Glitch it's all kind of like straight lines, so he can't flank as well as he might like to. And I think we are seeing the beginning of the end, especially with this amplification matrix. There's going to have to be heroics coming out from Felix. It does not seem right there, but Glitch picks up some of that slack there, gets a kill, but Paradroid is back with the res, and it's going to be the Visor to finally clean it up. Danger close. They managed to take this fight, I assume, as Cannon comes back. Copal gets the res as well, and Kaiju Corpse, they're saying this isn't over. Greg with another tactical Visor coming out, and it is going to keep this card moving. I was ready to throw in the towel. I was ready to say this was over, and kaiju corp clover, they said, no, Spooky. Oh, we're going all the way.
Yeah, as Soldier 76 says, it's not over till it's over. And Greg on the Soldier 76, very, very poetic right there, as he just puts the team on his back and pushes them past that point where they were looking to get caught up there, and now they're rounding the last little stretch here. One more team fight win, and they could full cap, but no resurrection down as Saucer catches out Copal. Xavier just trying to boop them all off the map. Remember, as soon as they get off for a 0.00 seconds, that timer's going down. Greg does find Xavier though. Nano Boost comes out on the Glitch. So, and he looks to be punching people to death as he just knocks Saucer away, stop them from contesting a little bit. Paradroid doing what they can, but gets taken out by Felix Felicis. And this is looking to be a very back and forth fight. We don't know who's gonna win as Happy goes down to the cannon Riptire. And will anyone be able to touch? Will anyone be able to do anything on the side of Danger Close? Xavier goes down to the bomb, and we do see the full cap in overtime. What a very good push by kaiju corp clover.
From a single minute, Dylan, they pushed all the way through on Route 66 with a Pharah ball comp for the majority of it. It's impressive, to say the least. And now Danger Close they've got to be sweating.
Yeah, they saw their hopes of winning just go down tremendously, as they now have to full cap Route 66 with 2 minutes left.
That doesn't even win them the map.
That gives them the opportunity to. Is it possible to draw on escort? I don't think it is, unless you both.
I think if you get like the spawn hold and the cart doesn't move at all, you could draw.
I think also if you cap, say, point A, and you stop it there before it can move any further, and then you do the same thing. Because I've seen in like, top level streams where, there's a cheater or something, so they'll try to draw to make it fair, but it's an escort map or a payload map or something. So
yeah, the card can't move past the place it did for the opposing team. Very hard to do unless the card actually stops, like it does at the point A, point B checkpoints.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very rare to see those kind of draws. I'm not sure I've actually seen one myself in game or in a competitive match, but if ever there was a time, it would be here and now. But first, Danger Close have to finish the map.
Yeah, they have to finish the map. They're running this very brawl-centric rush dive style with the Somber Reaper, trying to maybe shut down Glitch. There's really no answer to this Pharah in the air though, who's being boosted up by Copal on the Mercy. You see Saucer flying into cannon, trying to keep him at bay as much as possible. And Paradroid goes down early, and so does Happy. No healers left on the side of Danger Close Red, and they now have 1.5 minutes left to attack.
Yeah, and it's a little hard for the composition by Danger Close to actually attack the high ground here. Their tanks can get up there, their DPS can get up there as well, but there's no real healing. The Moira struggles to actually help out the tanks for DPS if they get onto the high ground and, you know, try and push into Greg, push into JB Rocks there. It just doesn't quite work out. And then with no one to touch the Pharah either. Oh, but as soon as I say that, Final Gambit gets the kill. An aggressive barrage from Cannon could open the doors for Danger Close.
Yeah, Parajoy going down first again on his team, but they do get DMEC on the saucer, do the DMEC onto Saucer and clean him up. No more Diva in this fight, and it looks like Greg's going to be holding the low ground, backing up just a little bit, giving Danger Close Red a little bit of space. Glitch hacked up though, no mines this fight. Happy taken down immediately as soon as he pops the Coalescence. Frog for Life just trying to do the best he can to build up this EMP, keep Glitch from rolling around doing what he wants to do. Still hasn't used this mines, but Frog for Life will be taken down by Glitch. So, Beat coming out from Paradroid, giving his team the sustainability to push through in this fight. Bomb coming out from Saucer. Will it find anyone? Does find the Pharah. Will it get rezzed up by Copel? Greg going down as well. No DPS left on the side of Kaiju Core Clover. And it looks like Danger Close Red might just find the edge to push it through first point.
1 point down, 2 more to go. And Danger Close, they do manage to pull it out. Frog for Life has been struggling a little bit to build up the EMP, but now with 82%, you can assume they'll have it in the next fight. Not too many ultimates online for Kaiju Corp Clover here. They only have the mines, but when you have to stay on point, the value of those mines go up exponentially.
Oh yes, I agree. I have saved many a points using Minefield on the point, making it where the other team can't contest. Glitch going to be finding a good way to use these mines. Will he use it now? And it doesn't look like he will. Hacked up by Frog for Life, who does have the CMP. He could use the CMP to shut down the enemy team or shut down these mines to give his team the space to cap. But
with
Cannon
a barrage from above, right?
Final Gambit killed
right
up. Good
in their face.
That is a good usage by Saucer. Gives up the mech for the death of Cannon, who is rezzed up. So it's all for nothing here. And it looks like Final Gambit, or not Final Gambit, Kaiju Core does have the numbers to finish this fight right here and right now. As Happy goes down, no more healing on the side of Danger Close. Saucer demeched, and that is, no, I lie. Final Gambit doing the best heroics he can. Skirting around at 30 health, needs to get healed up, but no healers in sight, and it looks like this will be the map right here and right now, as Xavier does the best he can to contest.
Yeah. You're not going to catch Spooky and Dylan calling the end of a map wrong twice.
No,
only once per map.
No, only once per map. That was your one time for the map, and it was on Spooky. Next one's on me. So, yeah, very, very good match. If you didn't enjoy that match, then why do you even play Overwatch? Why are you even watching? That was a very good match from both teams. Even though Kaiju Core Clover came out victorious, Danger Close Red cannot be upset about that performance. Maybe a little upset about that overtime. You know, maybe save some ultimates for one big fight before. Don't let them get to the final checkpoint. But all in all, like, very good showing by both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm curious about what exactly happened there with Kaiju Corp's Clover. Like, was what they practiced, you know, what they broke out on that first attempt, those first pushes, is that their like scrimming strategy, what they have been working with, and then they were like, you know what, let's throw this out, it's not working, let's do what we're comfortable with? Or what exactly went on there? Because they completely changed up, and I've credited them for their adaptation before, but breaking out the far end the ball and just seeming so much more comfortable on that composition, that's the reason they were able to push so hard. And Danger Close were lost. Like, Danger Close have been in charge of this match from map 1 through the beginning of map 2 as well. They looked like the better team before the overtime rounds. And then suddenly something just switches on for Kaiju Corp Clover, and they start going.
Yeah, I want to know if that ball composition was a secret strat that they've been holding on to and not wanting to show, but really feeling it with their backs against the walls, going down 2-0. putting Danger Close Red in the driver's seat and in winning position, maybe they felt the need to bring that out and surprise everyone with it, because it was very good.
Yeah,
That
they
looked,
certainly surprised me.
oh, yeah, me too as well. That was very scary. Glitch just doing so much to disrupt. Cannon and Copel just doing tremendous amounts of work in the air.
Yeah, well, don't go anywhere, anybody. Danger Close versus Kaiju Corp Clover, both teams with a map apiece. We are going to go to a quick halftime break, but don't go anywhere because we will be back with Blizzard World, and we're going to see which team gets to pull out the lead and come out on top. We'll be right back after this small break. Welcome back, everyone, to the Hyperion Invitational Cup. We are in Game 1 of Week 2. We've got Danger Close going up against Kaiju Corp clvr. And in a match that was really dominated by Danger Close to start out with, clvr has come back in, and now it's 1-1. And I really couldn't tell you who really has the edge going into Blizzard World here, Dylan.
No, I couldn't tell you either. Both teams seem to be having very good moments, and I must say, Spooky, I was very impressed by that ball composition that clvr decided to pull out. Looked like Danger Close Red was stumped by it. Couldn't really find an answer to shut it down. They might be able to shut down one component of it, but there was just another component raining over the entire game, be it the Pharah Mercy composite or the Pharah Mercy duo or the Ball Diva. So, I'm wondering how they're gonna, if clvr comes out with it, I'm wondering how they're actually gonna, adjust to it and make the adjustments needed.
Yeah, and if you're just tuning in, you can see how kind of back and forth this is just by the scores. Very quick 2-0 on Busan to that bizarre Route 66 match. You don't normally see a full cap, much less two of them by the same team. But yeah, like you said, it's hard to come back against like that ball, that Pharah Mercy comp. Danger Close didn't quite figure out how they want to do it. But it's important to remember, Overwatch is a very, very fast-paced game. You don't really get a break in map to like sit down and be like, hey, this isn't working. We need to change something. You don't have that time. You have to be moving towards the next fight because that's just how the game is played. But now that they have a minute to, sit between and wait for the map to start in Blizzard World, I can bet you Danger Close are theory crafting. They're thinking, like, if they do that ball Pharah Mercy, what are we going to do to stop it?
Yeah, we saw that they seem to like, but not just the Reinhardt composition, but also that really aggressive Winston Diva Sombra Reaper composition. And if they look towards that composition, the Winston based composition, maybe they could sub in a Soldier 76 for the Soldier or for the Reaper. Sorry, just to maybe put some pressure onto the Pharah, not let her have the space that she wants to just disrupt the entire team.
Yeah, and you're not even going for the kill there. You just want to like plunk in a couple shots, like
keep them in check.
Make her worry and make sure they can't get directly above your tanks, your supports, who really can't do anything about her. And yeah, just keep her in check, exactly like you said. I would not mind seeing something like that coming out. But we are into Blizzard World. No swaps for either side. They've kind of decided that these are the rosters they're going to run with for what looks like the entire match. And they've just been throwing haymakers at each other. And I'm curious to see what exactly is going to come out on Blizzard World. We have seen some double shield compositions. We've seen a little dive. We've seen a little rush. We've gone all around the kind of Overwatch globe. We've had a little tour of all the compositions that are generally played. So really, it could be anything coming up next.
Yeah, clvr Clover showing this same ball composition. It worked. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So it worked tremendously for them on Route 66. So I don't see them changing from it or deviating it one bit. I expect Greg just going to be looking for an opening pick, maybe on Final Gambit as he peaks above to maybe get some sticky bombs. But I don't expect this Widow pick to stay forever. But it might. I could be wrong.
Yeah, the stickies come through. Greg looks for the shot, nothing, and it is gonna go back to spawn to play the soldier. Final Gambit's gonna have a bit of a tough time in the sky as opposed to Cannon. They both have the Mercy Pocket, but there's no dedicated hit scan on the side of Danger Close to help keep Cannon in check. If Cannon's gonna fall, it's gotta be all on Final Gambit to figure it out.
Yeah, you see Xavier getting really aggressive on the backline right now. Final Gambit does find Greg, but Frog for Life goes down to Cannon as well. 2 DPS out of the side of the fight. Frog for Life will be rezzed up by Paradroid. And now it's just going to be stabilized on the side of Danger Close Red as Clover waits for Greg to return.
Yeah, the Glitch pulls a tick. A little bit past tick, even. Just because the aggressive nature of Danger Close's comp doesn't always mean that someone can stand on point. And they're going to have to be aware of that. They're going to know that if they want to push forward and get the backline, Glitch is going to start capping the point.
Yeah, and they have to heal up Xavier right now.
Yeah.
He's been sitting at less than half health for about 5, 6, 7 seconds now. Happy falls, though, and if Paradroid can get this res, not on cooldown, though. So no Ana in the fight to help your Winston. And with Frog for Life and Happy down, this looks like Clover's opportunity to go.
Yeah, Cannon falls, but I'm assuming there may be a res. Final Gambit is trying to deny it, but it doesn't look like they'll even need to bring the Pharah back into the fight here as they're getting the picks. And it's another good showing from Kaiju Corp. Clover here, you know, it's interesting how comfortable they look on this. I want to point out, you know, Glitch, you know, yeah, the ball goes behind and gets a take. Like, it's, you know, you see it because he's so mobile. But in the greater scheme of this, it gave so much space to the rest of the team for Cannon to get into position because, you know, Danger Close knew they had to watch the point. They couldn't do that aggressive push every time or they would have lost. They would have lost to Glitch just getting those little ticks bit by bit.
Yeah, have you ever been in a comp game where there's a wrecking ball behind your entire team and your entire team decides to just turn around and chase them? It's exactly what Glitch is doing.
Yeah.
And it's all the space that his team needs. As Saucer is able to pick the Pharah out of the sky with that bomb. Copal going to be looking for the resurrection, but with the nano boost onto Xavier, that will deny it for sure. He goes low, has to pop the Primal Rage, now just knocking people back and forth. Has to jump out though at less than 300 health. So much damage being focused right onto him. And he backs up, gets some healing. And now Final Gambit duplicates over to the soldier as the soldier on the other side pops their tactical visor. 2 tactical visors, aimbots everywhere in this lobby. And who's gonna take the advantage here?
It doesn't look like Final Gambit because he got knocked out of the soldier before he actually got the dupe off. It looks like Saucer gets a pick on the Glitch, but trades the mech, and the res comes through as well. So it's a net positive for Clover here. They managed to push forward and get another pick. Let's see if they can pick up the Diva before she gets back into mech. It looks like they will. And it's Clover just pushing forward once again. It doesn't... Danger Close, you know, they get some space back. They're able to hold for a little bit, but it's not too long before this composition from Clover, this Pharah ball, manages to break them open again.
Yeah, they're just looking to surround Danger Close and just put pressure from all different sorts of angles. And Xavier does receive that nano boost again, but Frog for Life is taken down immediately by Cannon.
Yeah,
Xavier just poking away.
Hoppy has very quietly been charging this up.
Oh, he has.
It's a quick nano to have another one ready. But Xavier can't quite figure out how he wants to engage with them. He jumps on the point. There's a sleep onto a barraging Pharah. But it's going to have to be another quick recontest for Danger Close. They come in directly onto the mines. And the bomb does not do enough to save them as the mines get the picks they need. And that's going to be the second point. The Nano Monkey doesn't seem to quite be working out very well for them.
No, I mean, who do you jump onto here? JB Rocks is sitting way in the back. Greg can run away. Cannon and Copal can fly away. Felix and Glitch can just run away. They're 2 of the fastest tanks in the game.
You're not going to kill them anyway.
You're not going to kill the tanks anyways. Who are you going to jump onto? But
Yeah,
Xavier
and
does find Glitch, maybe overstaying his welcome a little bit too long, but he's on the wrecking ball. We'll be back in the fight real quick.
yeah, it does seem again this composition, this bizarre ball Pharah soldier composition is Danger Close doesn't know how to deal with it. That really is what it feels like. They're doing some standard plays. You know, the Nano Monkey, usually one of a fight-winning ultimate hero combo, doesn't quite come up with anything.
Yeah, final Gambit duplicates over to the D.Va, gets the bomb, looking to clear out some space, finds JB Rocks and the mech. Not able to get the remech before he's taken out, but that will buy them some time while JB Rocks is spawning up.
Yeah, Felix doesn't seem long for this world trying to build up the mech, but the Mercy Pocket's there to keep her alive. Not too much going in the way of ultimates for either team. Frog4Light's going to have that visor soon, and Cannon will have to look out for that in the sky. I don't think he'll live long once that aimbot comes out. But the pressure's being put on by Clover here, and Danger Close are slowly moving back.
Yeah,
the visor's gone!
Yeah, visor gone instantly. Glitch just pile driving him into his grave. Felix needs to get out with her life, just able to. Maybe I spoke too soon, flirting with death, but in the end, it will get demeched. Saucer takes down Cannon, and this is still a back and forth fight. Mines, though, do cover the point.
Yeah,
and it looks like Clover is. Yeah, they're finding the picks they need, and they're looking to run away with this map once again.
And they're dangerously close to a Nano Visor here, Dylan. A lot of tank ults and support ultimates coming online. Almost all ultimates coming online for Danger Close, but they're not quite there yet. They should get them in this fight, but now it's going to be a question of how many do they need to pop to hold here, because this is their last chance.
Yeah, anti-nades coming down from both people, both teams, both Anas. Greg finding final Gambit, and right now Clover does have the edge. Xavier popped really low, is able to get that Primal Rage off. Now looking to just disrupt the backline, maybe get onto JB Rocks forever, disrupt him, make it to where he can't heal up his teams. But Felix finds both support. Wow, what a bomb from her. Final Gambit able to pick up Glitch, but I don't think it's going to be enough here, Spooky, as the rest of Danger Close Red is very, very low.
Yeah, and all of these ultimates were coming online for Danger Close, but they just couldn't use them in the way they might have wanted to. Kaiju, very, very smart to just kind of back off, let, you know, the Primal Rage Monkey come in, let the Rally burn out, and the Nano as well. Just everything coming up from Danger Close. Kaiju didn't give them a opportunity to use those ultimates as effectively as they wanted to. They backed off. It's a very good decision to tone back the aggression and just waste the ultimates of the enemy team. Great presence of mind from Clover.
Oh, fully agreed. And you see Xavier jumping in really, really deep, all by himself. Would like the help from Final Gambit, who is able to, on that Echo, maybe swap to some more dive heroes, maybe a 3-man dive on the backline, and dive the backline of Clover before they can dive you, and before that Pharah is able to get any damage. But that's very risky. It's very risky, as it leaves your backline exposed to Cannon, who's put on a very good performance on this Pharah.
Yeah, and I know we talked about Xavier not having a target with the Nano. He doesn't really have a target in general. If you don't really have the support to go on JB Rocks, who in this composition is happy to sit as far back as possible. So like your leap is, you're struggling just to get over to the Ana, and you don't really have anything to dodge the sleep dart anyway. So the Winston really just does not do well against it. Yeah,
he spots Glitch.
Poor Glitch. This is.
And he's just gonna jump off the map. He says, "See ya."
The second time Glitch has just been like, "Oh, that's a Sombra, and I'm out." This is an opportunity.
Yeah, you know, that gives them a very good opportunity.
Look at how much space they get. They're on the point.
Yeah, and Happy and Paradroid not gonna have any disruption, not gonna have a wrecking ball to deal with, as Xavier jumps and takes this high ground away from Greg.
And suddenly positioning advantage goes to the offensive team, and they take advantage of it. JB Rocks down, followed up by Felix. The res comes in, but so much damage is coming down from Danger Close, and there's they have all the positioning they could need. JB Rocks can't even heal with the shield in the way. Just trying to keep up Greg, but it doesn't look like Kaiju Corp's Clover could come back from that initial pick on the glitch, and nobody can even touch at the end. Yeah, you know, that's on the Wrecking Ball to continue moving forward and keeping the point alive. The glitch was too low, and Danger Close just continue to push forward and get some of these cleanup kills. Glitch overextends a little bit, and that's a mistake. Danger Close have liked the Sombra. Yeah, you should be ready for that.
Yeah, he needs to be expecting that Sombra at any time. Anytime you're playing a Wrecking Ball, well, anytime I play Wrecking Ball, at least, every single DPS player in the game will just swap to Sombra instantly, even if I'm not doing good. So, Glitch does swap over to the Reinhardt.
It's a full compositional swap.
Yeah, maybe think they can brawl a little bit better than this composition. But Frog for Life does hack them up, gets taken out instantly, but Happy with the 2K Biotic Grenade and Saucer with the bomb over the top is able to catch 3. So far in the favor of Danger Close Red, as Felix does get demeched here, and Happy just going to town.
The tactical crouch.
Yeah, maybe there was a Widowmaker.
The ultimate advantage. It's a solid ultimate advantage for Danger Close here. Clover aren't even close. They've got a bomb versus a duplicate and a nano, and I don't think this is going to work out well for them. The D.Va copy comes in. It's hacked up immediately, but the final Gambit doesn't mind too much until he loses the mech. But he's going to be looking for this remech kill. Almost manages to pull it off, but Danger Close, you know, they just have too much going in their favor to lose here. The compositional swamp coming out from Clover leaves them with nothing in the tank to work with. And it just seems a little bit like a positioning and ultimate advantage coming out from Danger Close as they cap a second point with over 5 minutes on the clock.
This is a blazing fast time.
Incredible.
So Danger Close wants to be cycling these ultimates very aggressively, and you need ultimates to counter ultimates. So
yeah, Dylan, cannon swap to the Junkrat with 87% of the EMP.
Wow, no EMP for this fight. That could really shut down Xavier and his. You just EMP him as he dives. He jumps in, receives the nano boost, gets charged away, but he does have that leap on cooldown, so he can jump right back out to into the arms of Happy, who's happy to heal him back up.
Denies the nano. It's a good charge by Glitch, but the rally's coming in. A lot of extra armor for Danger Close, and it's just the defense matrix eating up all those bullets, but hacked up, but that doesn't matter. The visor's already out. The big shatter helps as well. I'm not quite sure how Glitch dodged the EMP there. I think he was kind of under that little overhang, but he does manage to have the shatter off, and you win an EMP fight. That's really good for Clover, especially when you have to hold for 4 more minutes.
Yeah, they used the amplification matrix and the visor and the earth shatter, but in return, you know, Danger Close Red used both support ultimates and the EMP, so I'd say it's a very even trade. But now you only have this sound barrier coming up against the 3 ultimates that Danger Close Red has. But maybe this Riptire can end this fight before it even starts. With Happy going down though, Happy's already down, and now Paradroid, no more supports. Final Gambit goes down as well, and these tanks are just gonna die here or get out.
Yeah, Can taking the scenic route with the tire all the way around before picking up the Brig. But a couple of ultimates coming out, the barrier, the Riptire, and now Danger Close have a pretty solid advantage with the nano and the duplicate. They've done most of the work already, Dylan. They only need a couple more fights, and they still do have a lot of time, even if they've been stalled out. But it's a BAP copy. That's not what you want at all.
No, but I mean, maybe it was. Maybe he wants to get this damage down, build up this window, give his team the edge, because you know they just made a full compositional swap. So this amplification matrix can actually give them the damage they need to help build up those ultimates. And it looked like it was going in the way of Danger Close, but Clover has stabilized. And I say that, and then Danger Close picks up 2 more. This is very back and forth still. These teams do not want to give the other team any advantage at all. They're going straight for the throat in every single match.
Yeah, Danger Close lost the Junkrat, but it does look like Final Gambit's going to be able to get back in. But Greg, already with a pick on the Frog for Life, and the defensive advantage that Clover have here should be able to push Danger Close back. They need to find another pick, but it looks like Danger Close are going to retreat in good order and just push their way off, wait for 6 again, and try and go for another push. But already, they started this with 5 minutes. They're down to 2. It's the best hold we've seen from clvr, and that's a stall. That is another stall coming out as they wait for the Lucio to come back in. But the Shatter comes out.
The Shatter, did you see?
A cannon!
I was gonna ask, did you see him just laying there, just doing the lazy rat emote, just sitting right there in the corner? You can see his glitch backed up. I knew exactly what he wanted to do, but he does run through with that tire, and you know, emote diff, as some would say.
The emote diff. Cannon comes up big, you know. Xavier, he sees it. He knows Glitch is pressured out of position, gets the 4-man Shatter. But the tire's already out, and that does hold on for clvr here. Coming down to a minute left on the clock, but Danger Close has so many ultimates here, Dylan. They need to capitalize.
Yeah, if they use this in the right order, then it's for sure a cap. But it will be with about the same time that clvr has. As the tire goes down, Felix Felicis is demeched. Another Earth Shatter coming out from Glitch. Only finds the D.Va, but he goes down for it in return. Greg getting walled off from every angle, just running into a mate everywhere he goes. That's not what you want to run into when you pop your tactical visor. And Danger Close Red will cap out the 3rd point of Blizzard World with only a 3-second difference.
Yeah, I was worried for a second there, Dylan. It looked like another good disengage coming out from clvr. I thought for a second they might be able to weather the storm of ultimates, but no, Danger Close do use their resources effectively. But when you come in with 5 minutes on the 3rd point to cap with just 30 seconds more, not what you want to see.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see. It's not what you want. You were putting on a very good performance on your initial attack. To get held up there, it's not uncommon to see, but it can really change your mental state. Going from being so dominant to, you know, being not dominant in that position.
I've got to be a little worried for Danger Close, because a lot of their first push was enabled by getting that early pick on the Glitch. They got a free point A pretty much.
Yeah, and that free point A
they're
led
not
them
going to
into,
get that anymore.
Yeah, that free point A led them into a free point B almost, just due to the snowball.
It gave them the momentum, it gave them the ultimate charge, and then a full compositional switch from clvr. They were looking golden. But they're going to have to do it again. Their best bet here is to get the full hold, just so you know that clvr can't win. But Glitch is going straight to point, buddy. Like, he's going to try and get at least that 1 tick.
Yeah, Saucer's going to have to be everywhere. He's going to have to be taking care of Cannon in the sky. He's going to have to be contesting points so Glitch can't get free percentage, because 1 tick, and that's a win percentage right there. You have to cap a tick in a minute if you're Danger Close Red. If Glitch is able to do it, he did again.
Yeah, and Danger Close are ready for it. They're staying on point. They're not taking the aggressive positioning. But it gives a lot of room for Balcom to come forward. Glitch antied, stunned, but he does manage to get out with his life with those adaptive shields. And it's just the slow burn coming in from clvr here, trying to get a pick with the Pharah. The Echo is not great for taking out the Pharah, but Final Gambit's going to try. And there it is. That's where the dam breaks. Cannon and Glitch, the ball Pharah that clvr have been using so effectively, open this up. And that's not just a tick, Dylan. That's a point A cap.
Yeah, that's a point A cap. And, you know, I want to point out something I saw just in the corner of my eye. You might not have noticed it. Xavier and Saucer, they were doing the hokey pokey. They put the Winston in, they put the Winston out, they put the D.Va in, and then they'd shake it all about. You know, if they dive together, maybe take down JB Rocks, you know, because he only having to deal with one at a time, doable, especially with the Mercy, you know, coming to your rescue.
Yeah, absolutely. If a more coordinated dive might be able to do it, but one of the tanks have to be on point at the same time.
Yes.
You know, you don't want to lose that. So it's very hard. You have to make that decision. What are you going to do? Are you going to give up a tick to win the fight? And it all fell apart, unfortunately. And that's going to continue. And it looks like clvr really like these strong overtime pushes, because with 6 ultimates in the bank, even with Glitch falling, he'll be back soon, clvr are moving forward.
Yeah, I hope we get to see a full 6 points capped again. Glitch finally rezzed up. Final Gambit down on the other side, and now Frog for life. No DPS on the side of Danger Close Red.
And no EMP.
And it looks like they're just backing up. They're playing for this EMP fight. Look at the ultimates they have to do with it. They have bomb EMP. They can bomb EMP, Nano the Monkey. They just have to win one fight. And with Greg committing his ultimate here.
And he breaks on the visor, the barrage as well. That's 2, both tanks down. The bomb gets 2 to equalize, and the EMP as well. Things are looking good for Danger Close on the end of this second point from some heroics from the Sombra and the Diva. Copal finds the res. Cannon is back in. It's going to be hard for anyone to contest him, but he can't stand on point either. Felix just crushing Paradroid under the mech, but it is not quite enough here. Danger Close finally hold on at point B. But once again, an overtime push from Clover puts Danger Close pretty much in the corner and bullies them.
Yeah, and this is looking like a complete repeat of last map. Danger Close looked dominant on the attack. I'm not saying Clover was terrible. They had an amazing attack as well, but Danger Close Red was just a little bit better. And same thing with Route 66. And now, you know, with Clover attacking first, they're able to cap first. They're able to push it a little bit further. And that's gotta, if you're on Danger Close Red, you've got to be feeling the pressure. You should be feeling a little bit of deja vu right now.
Yeah, it hits you. It hits you right where it hurts in the mental. You know, they're like, man, we already have to cap first point Blizzard World, which is a chore in and of itself. And then they have to win probably 2 more fights on point B. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. And Glitch definitely not making the same mistake twice. Gonna be swapping over to the Reinhardt. Not gonna get hacked up by Frog for Life in their spawn as he's scouting out some information for his team. Not giving them the advantage that they had the last time around. So looking to full hold here.
Yeah, absolutely. The Rhine is, you know, standing strong on points. It's not quite like the ball in the backline. It's like, come at us and we will deal with you. That is what the composition from Clover is suggesting to me. But of course, they leave Cannon on the far, because why not? He has been great on the hero.
Oh, for sure. But with this dive composition, if they make a coordinated dive onto JB, Rocks, and Greg only has 1 flashbang. And
True.
without the Pharah, or without the Mercy there to help him, since she's helping the Pharah, nice sleep coming up from Happy though. But without that Pharah there, your backline, as I said, that is very susceptible to a dive. Copal is able to res them up, but then Greg falls. Who are the 2 I said? Greg and JB Rocks. Those are going to be the dive targets, and both of them fall. And another beautiful sleep by Happy onto Cannon. Justice is a little bit tired here.
Yeah, Happy has very quietly been having a great game. You know, he's not like popping up the kill feed, but Glitch coming back strong. This Reinhardt, the advantage of the hammer is coming out strong, goes for the charge, doesn't quite connect. And I don't think he's able. He put a little scare into the hearts of Danger Close, but I don't know if he'll be able to hold on. But he gets the D-Mech as well. They want to play this slow. They know they can give up the ticks, but Cannon's down as well. Glitch is trying to figure out where to push in with some support from the Diva, taking down Saucer. Suddenly, Clover, they've come back. The strength of their composition is it's standing firm, standing strong on point. And if you can't take that Reinhardt down, you cannot stand next to him because he will be swinging that hammer. And somehow, some way, Clover hold. How did that happen?
I don't know, but if you looked at the support ult percentage on the side of Danger Close, they were both at 93%. I know Rally was at 99% right as he went down. And that's the lounge rat I was talking about. Just laying there in the corner. You're doing a little BM, but it's not true Overwatch if you're not BMing.
Absolutely. And the Cannon's Junkrat. His explosive hero prowess has been a big part of Clover's Clover coming back in this match.
Yeah, now they lead by 2-1 after a very, you know, not a very good showing from them on the first map on Busan. Maybe it was just some pregame nerves. You know, they needed a little bit of time to get back into their rhythm, warm up a little bit.
Yeah, you can never tell who's gonna win control.
Oh no, you can't. But they seem to have turned it around, and it's all on the back of Cannon and this ball Pharah composition.
Yeah, absolutely. It's strange in a way that I feel like Danger Close their compositions aren't like their comps aren't bad. They're not playing poorly either.
No.
To some degree, it almost seems like a clutch factor. Like when
Hmm.
overtime triggers, Clover are going to go all the way to try and win every single fight.
They're
They are confident, they're pushing forward, and Danger Close seem a little bit disconnected when it really matters.
mhm. Clover definitely an overtime team, as we've
Yeah.
seen twice today already, with ginormous pushes in overtime when their backs are down and when their backs are against the wall. And yeah, that is a very big clutch factor from this team. And just the mental to come back from, like I said, a very bad showing on the first map
Yeah,
to
they got slaughtered.
yeah,
Like
it
it
wasn't
was
pretty.
not close.
No, and to be able to come back and dominate now, it really shows where their mental is, and that they do have good mental on the game, and that they're able to make these adaptations.
Yeah, and it gets grueling a little bit when you get into these overtime matches. Like these are long maps, Dylan. Like they're not short. With both teams going 3 3 points, like you're playing Overwatch for a while, and to keep your mental going, to keep everything going strong through all that, it does testify to how far this team might go in the tournament.
Oh, for sure. I definitely know these long, just back and forth matches are the ones that really tire you the most. I once played, little spoiler alert. I once played in a 8 match series
Oh,
between second. We were second place and the other team was third to see who went on to the finals. And it was an 8 match series that lasted for 3.5 hours.
it has to be 3 hours. You know, we're
I,
3 maps in, and we've been live for an hour and a half.
I actually had a class that I had to go to, and then I left. I played the first match. I left for it, came back, and still they were playing. So I hopped back in, and yeah, that we were all exhausted after that. These matches back and forth, it has to be, just taking a toll on them. They're probably feeling it. They're getting exhausted. But right now, as we go to Temple of Anubis, this is really where it counts, especially for Danger Close. They have to win this map right here,
Yeah,
or at least draw it the very minimum. But a win for them would
8 maps.
big.
We're going.
Let's make it 8 maps. I believe in you too.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see exactly how it's gonna shake out on Temple of Anubis because right now Clover are performing very well, and Anubis is like this 2 CP kind of clutch factor we've been talking about. It seems like it will come into play in Anubis, so maybe Clover are going to run away with this one. But
Hmm.
like I said, Danger Close have not been playing bad. Final Gambit has been very impressive on the DPS. I think he's had a very good match so far. Happy has really impressed me. It's been quiet. You have to look for it, but the sleeps on the cannon and the sheer fact of how quickly he's been building up his nano boost has definitely been part of the reason Danger Close have been able to, get these full captures, even if they don't get the wins in the maps. They've been performing fairly well.
Yeah, they haven't. They
Yeah,
haven't been performing bad at all. They're still performing very well. It's just Kaiju Core, like you said, with that clutch factor, just able to come in and just turn everything around when it really matters.
yeah. And when you're playing against a comp that is so odd, it's not unheard of like the Ball of Far Mercy, but certainly not common. And when you're scrimming, when you're practicing, you're gonna practice against things you think you'll see.
Yeah,
And
no one busts out the ball composition.
yeah,
I mean,
no
it's
one.
very rare to see it in a scrim when you're practicing that. So how do you even prepare for this?
Yeah, you're pulling off. You're like, wow, this worked in one of my ranked games 2 months ago. We went like, Sombra, Brig, Soldier, and it worked out. So it's like, you don't really know what you're doing. It seems like Danger Close are erring on let's play what we practiced with, the dive style with the Winston, and it does seem like Xavier's struggling to get value a little bit for
Oh
the
yeah.
reasons we were talking about earlier.
Spooky, do you watch any Overwatch League?
I do. I am
Okay.
familiar with the Overwatch
Do you
League.
remember? Did you watch Houston Outlaws versus Washington Justice when Houston played a ball composition and they were shutting down the double bubble composition that Mag was wanting to play, and they got in a chat and BM'd and said no more monkey.
No
So
more monkey.
yeah, apparently monkey is not good into a ball composition.
Yeah,
So
monkey
as we've
struggles.
seen here, he's been struggling to find a dive target and to find even a dive partner. So,
Yeah.
maybe he can find a little bit more success if he can, have someone dive with him. But these solo dives just ain't cutting it, Chief.
Yeah, but then if Saucer's diving with him, for example, they don't really want to play the Tracer comp. It looks like, or not that frequently. If Saucer's diving with him, are you kind of leaving Happy out to dry when Glitch pushes in? It's hard to say. The off tank is a very it's a role that's full of a lot of different things. Like you got the
Yeah.
mechanics, you got the attack, you got the defense, you got the positioning, you got the peeling. Off tank does it all.
Yeah,
So it's hard to make that decision.
Yeah, as a diva man myself, that is some of the hardest decisions you will make. Do I sit here and protect my backline from the incoming dive, or do I help my main tank as he's trying to get aggressive? And sometimes you will make bad decisions every single game. But sometimes you make that right. Yeah, sometimes there's not a right decision, and sometimes you will make the perfect decision in order to give your team the advantage. Sometimes just being a little bit more aggressive is all you need. But I mean, you said you might be leaving Happy out to dry, but with his performance, I mean, he seems to be able to take care of himself. So
yeah,
he doesn't need much babysitting.
Yeah, he'll hit the sleeps. But we are going to see a move over to a double bubble composition. It makes a little more sense linearly. You want to stay with your team. You don't have quite as many decisions to make as you would on a D.Va, potentially. So maybe this is the composition that Danger Close wants to run. They looked good on it for the little bit they played on Route 66. So maybe this is how they get back into this game here, Dylan.
Yeah, you see Glitch just trying to get behind. Knows this Widow is up here, but he's automatic. He's instantly taken down by Cannon, and Glitch trapped up again. Will get killed off. Very good trap placement from Final Gambit, knowing that ball wants to roll through
Greg?
you, wants to dive into you. And
How did you get there?
Greg on a flank just finds both the Widow and the Mercy. Down 2. All they have to do is play it slow for Greg to respawn, and they can come in aggressively. But it looks like they're playing aggressive right now. Glitch destroys the Immortality field by Happy, and he's left at one shot. Can Cannon find the shot? He eventually does as he falls to the ground. And this is Kaiju Core Clover taking point 1.
Yeah, Greg on the flank with the heavy pulse rifle, and that's gonna be the win. That's gonna be the point A. That looked, it was looking like a solid defense, but you don't expect the soldier in the back left corner.
No, you don't. Glitch just rolling through, trying to build these mines for this next engage, but Glitch is going to have to be very creative about how he engages here, because Temple of Anubis second point not very well designed for Wrecking Ball. Not able to go on these flanks to get behind the enemy team. You can't even get behind the enemy team. You just get next to him.
Yeah, you have good arcs for your pile driver, but everyone's gonna see you coming.
Yeah, and the walls allow you to super jump. Every single wall here is angled in a little way. So you can get massive. You can just get pile drivers from the ground.
Yeah,
just due to the wall's curvature.
But the barrage is coming in with the nano boost. Not so much damage coming down for Cannon. Got 2 picks already. Final Gambit dying with the Rip Tire, and he might not even get a chance to use it, as it's a complete cleanup coming in from Clover. Somebody has to touch. The tire is coming out. You need to get a little value, but the tactical visor from Greg is going to hold them right there. And it looks like this is going to be a cap for Clover with 4 minutes and 28 seconds.
That is a blazing time right there.
That was a slow push into they waited for a good opportunity and they grasped it with both hands. That's what this team does. When they see an opening, they go for it. It's not always the right opening, and sometimes they get punished, but 6 people are going straight for it, and if they can make it work, they will.
I want to say I think Glitch was just going in and out, to build up that nano boost to apply to Cannon. So that way
Very
he has that sustain with the damage reduction from the nano boost while he's using that rocket barrage, where he's a sitting duck, especially for all the stuns that are not all the stuns, but you know there's a rock that can come into your face. You have a Rissa who can put down a lot of damage. You had a Widow, or did he? No, he swapped to. Did Frog for Life swap, or did he stay Widow?
I think he may have been on the Widow there. He was Widow or Soldier. Those were the two he played at the end there.
Yeah, so I mean, all that damage coming down into you, and you're sitting duck all by yourself. So I think just they were playing it slow to build up that nano boost to give it to Cannon to give them the edge, because you saw he took down 3, 4 there.
2, 3 plus an immortality field. He opened it up for sure.
He definitely cracked it open.
And it's good playing around them, you know, like so much damage coming in. You're like, you know what? If they're gonna get this much damage, we're going to nano and mercy pocket and defense matrix. Like, you're not gonna break that before the barrage kills you.
Oh,
great.
For sure.
Yeah, and maybe what you were saying was right. You know, I kind of thought that this composition from Clover was like a last-ditch effort. They broke out on Route 66, but they're very practiced on it.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a secret composition. Cannon taken down, Copel taken very low as well, finally falls, and that's a lot of damage missing from the skies. No, Danger Close does not have to look up, as JB Rocks is now getting surrounded. And Frog for Life, having a Widow 76 battle with the Soldier 76, comes out on top.
Ooh.
And it's the nice pick onto Felix Felices as she's demech.
Yeah, Frog might be a little warmed up on the Widowmaker. Your Cannon's definitely gonna have to watch out. But now going into the second point here, it's a little harder to find the angles.
Yeah, and Glitch, they still haven't even capped first point. Glitch just stalling it forever. And finally now do they get it. And yeah, that's right. He is, if he doesn't go into spawn here, he can give JB Rocks most of his ult. But it looks like he's going to use a spawn to heal up. So no ultimate percentage towards that amplification matrix. But Glitch does swap over to the Ride now.
Yeah, it's a big compositional switch again from Kaiju Corp Clover. This has come back to bite them in the past. Let's see if they're able to hold as these ultimates come on for Danger Close, and Hoppy is going to put this nano down the Winston.
Yeah, and that's a lot of damage down on a JB Rocks Forever, who's taken out instantly. As soon as that immortality field goes down, it's gone. Can they pick up Happy here? Parajoy doing all he can to keep him. Not pick from Frog for Life. He is, like you said, he is warmed up. He's on fire. And just some stall here. You see a baby Diva and a Lucio. Now finally gets the Lucio. And 1 point gathered for Danger Close Red as they've wiped the enemy team. Glitch and Greg coming out, but it looks like they will not be able to make it in time.
Dylan, what is with these teams and their opening defense? Because neither team seems to have any of it.
Yeah, neither team knows how to defend, but they sure do know how to attack.
Yeah, that is what it feels like. It seems like they have to get into overtime before they start playing a little more seriously. But it's a good push coming in from Danger Close, and we have to criticize Kaiju Corp Clover for this at this point, Dylan. They swap aggressively, and you know I like adaptability. I think it's good to have, but this has come back to punish them for this is probably like the third time.
It's 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah, they lose the ultimate advantage and then they lose the points. You don't have the time on 2CP to build those up. And, you know, it's just a nano monkey in your face. You can't quite deal with that. And that gives, you know, Frog some good sidelines on the Widow because you just disrupted the entire team. And you just pounce on the Baptiste and there's nothing to stop you.
Yeah, maybe if you're looking for a full compositional switch, maybe slowly swap over. You know, if you still have a DPS ultimate, hold on to it. Just use it to use it to
build up the ult.
Use it to counter the aggression coming in, because you should be ult tracking. You know, there's a nano monkey about to be in your face, so maybe stick with the Pharah just to barrage him as he comes in. Really put pressure on him.
It's hard to say. It's very hard to say, but it definitely has not been working out for Clover so far this game. But you know, it's 2-2. They're tied up. This could still end here, but Frog, once again, getting another headshot in and halting the push.
Parajoy's under a lot of pressure right now. If they can get Paradroid, then that'll be huge. But healed up by Happy.
But they lose positioning.
Yeah.
You know, Cannon is going to find a good angle to start reining in the damage. He's not limited by the choke point anymore. And now Greg is once again trying to get up on this flank, but they are ready for him. Danger Close are playing this very passively, very slowly, and that's going to punish Frog for life as Cannon gets into position. Paradroid might be able to get the res off depending where Frog died, but it doesn't look like it. And now Paradroid falls as well. It's another slow push coming out from clvr, and then they collapse.
Yeah, Cannon killing two aerial targets there with one rocket, or as you might say, two birds with one stone. Copel able to get the resurrect onto JB Rocks Forever, but that's not a big resurrect. It just makes it to where he's already there, and they don't have to wait for him to respawn, as they had already won the fight anyways.
And a good amount of ultimates built up. They're gonna have another opportunity to go in with a nano barrage here. They're gonna have the time to build both of those up. I'm curious if Danger Close are gonna be able to pull something out to stop it. Potentially a sleep dart from Happy.
Yeah, Frog for Life
it's another aggressive push.
Frog for Life did swap to Symmetra. I'm curious as to see what he plans on doing here, as he just looks to be building up this beam damage. Maybe turrets to slow down clvr. Maybe some aggressive bombs or aggressive TPs, as he's now stuck here in their backline dry. But Final Gambit does take out Cannon, and that is a big purple from Happy coming out.
They got a tick. Glitch got a tick.
Oh no, that is not what you want from Danger. You don't want to win the fight but lose a tick.
Oh, that is truly bad for Danger Close. Their lives suddenly got so much harder if they actually want to win this map. clvr, with a lot of ultimates still, could get even more than a tick if they want to go in. Glitch gets blown up, but he does such a point. Cannon with the barrage, comes out with the nano, gets a pick on the Hoppy, and Greg is coming down main with the visor. The Angry Monkey's coming to try and stop some of this damage, followed up by the bomb, and it's going to get two. That should stop this push coming out from Kaiju Corp's closer. Saucer just taking down member after member, and that is going to be the end of clvr's attack here. But they got a tick, Dylan.
Yeah, if you can't let them get a tick in the midst of all that chaos there.
Now this is truly do or die for Danger Close.
Oh, yes.
2 minutes to not only capture, I think they have a little more than 2 minutes, but they not only capture point A, which isn't easy at all, but they pretty much have to capture point B. You know, like a fight win on point B is usually a full cap. Mm-hmm. And you know, you don't normally get that one tick without a fight win. Glitch might have just saved this entire match for his team here, because Danger Close are going to be struggling.
Yeah, 34.8%. It's not a lot, but like you said, it comes down to winning the fight. They can keep staggering out for as long as physically needed in order to stop them from capping that tick. Because with the defenders spawn right there, they can keep trickling in, even if Danger Close Red wins the fight with, say, somehow just, you know, blazes through point A and then immediately team wipes. As long as someone's there to just keep contesting, they can contest it all the way down until they just drain through Danger Close Red's deep resources.
Yeah, and their most crucial resource is that time bank. And you need a lot of time to capture point B. Still, Danger Close capped very quickly before. Let's see if they can do it again.
And were they running this double shield composition on their first defense?
They were not. I don't believe so.
I know Danger Close was. So this is a new look for them. I think this is the first time we've actually seen the double shield coming out from clvr.
I believe you may be right.
This series.
Look at how quickly Cannon is building up that Riptire. It's going to be in the face of Danger Close fairly quickly, who have actually taken a page out of clvr's book with the Pharah. Happy gets stuck in the trap. That's not what you want to see from your Ana player, but gets rezzed up quickly. The pressure's coming in from Danger Close, but neither side seems willing to budge, especially as the Echo falls. JB Rocks.
Yeah, but JB Rocks down in return. Can Copel get this res off?
Xavier with the
just
nano.
does, but Xavier with the nano, yes.
And the
That's the
tire's
one.
been used.
Oh, this is so back and forth. I mean, it should be danger close red. They have the spawn advantage, and Xavier just booping him into an immortality field corner. That's a feels bad, man.
Oh,
But
great commits to Bob as well.
yeah, maybe want to save that. Danger close red has the spawn advantage and the numbers advantage at that point. Yeah, they're definitely going to cap, and they're going to have about a minute and a half, almost a minute 15 seconds to capture the first tick on this next point.
And they have a massive saving grace in that both DPS use their ults. There's no Bob to stall them out. There's no Riptire to break the back of their push. Everything looks good for Danger Close here. They might just push us to a map 5.
Yeah, Happy's already 60% to his next nano boost. But Final Gambit once again going down first. That's, you have to fall back. You need one good push here, especially as far 5 go down.
But maybe a nano barrage that might be able to get them. But ultimates have been built up on the side of Kaiju Corp Clover, and they're stalling ultimates as well. The Supercharger and the Amplification Matrix are just going to bleed out time. That time that Danger Close does not have.
No, they only have 30 seconds now to figure out how they're going to break open this point. This double shield composition very well set in, and they do not want to go left. Oh, yeah, Nano applied to Xavier, who's getting blown up instantly with that Supercharger, but maybe that bought enough space for Frog for Life, who does get blown up instantly in the middle of that. And this is looking like Clover's map right here.
It's looking grim.
But Clover has the numbers. I think they might just be able to do it as the Riptire comes out, finds Xavier. No more monkey in the fight. Greg gets rezzed up, and they have all the numbers in the world. There's just a few people here. A baby diva who gets killed out, a soldier who burns to death from the dynamite, and then Final Gambit getting shot in the face. Lucio doing the best Tony Hawk's pro skater impression he can, but not able to hold off for his team. As that is Kaiju Corp Clover taking the series in a very, very, very good showing, but a very convincing fashion too.
Very, very convincing, especially when you get into these overtime games. The stress, like the pressure, it breeds excellence in this team. They do not suffer from the pressure of knowing that if they mess up, they're done. It seems to enable them to do even better. Definitely an overtime team, and it is going to be Clover going up 2-0 in the standings, and in my mind, cementing themselves as the front runners of the Hyperion Invitational Cup.
It's nice to be.
Yeah, I agree there. That ball composition, they have to have practiced that, because they weren't showing it at all. Well, I mean, they showed it a little bit on Busan on Sanctuary, but they swapped over immediately. So maybe just Busan wasn't their map, but after that, they always found a way to take advantage and put it back into their favor. Because remember, every single one of these matches or these maps, Danger Close had the better time bank.
Yeah.
So that really shows.
Regular base push, they did better.
Yeah, that really shows you something, because you did worse in the original push, but when it comes to overtime, you did better. As you were saying, the
clutch factor.
The clutch factor in overtime situations is insane.
It is absolutely insane. Now, Dylan, a lot of people on Clover played incredibly well, but if I was going to pick a player of the match, I think it's got to be Glitch on the Wrecking Ball. Definitely a clutch factor. He played it incredibly well, and you can't deny that he won them the game on Anubis there with that back cap.
I want to disagree, but I also have to agree. He was phenomenal. If it wasn't him, I'd give it to Cannon.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's hard to say because these two were bouncing off each other incredibly well.
Oh, yes.
Honestly, once again, I don't really see a weak link in this team. They play very well together, and I'm excited to continue to see them moving forward. We're going to take a quick break. This was Danger Close versus Kaiju Corp Clover, with Clover taking it 3-1. We are going to have an interview with some member of Kaiju Corp Clover, so please don't go anywhere. We will come back with that interview, and we'll get to hear a little bit more about this clutch factor that has brought them so far. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Hyperion Invitational Cup. We just finished up our first match of the weekend, Kaiju Corp Clover versus Danger Close, which did end up in a 3-1 victory for Kaiju Corp Clover. And we have with us a very important member of the team, their main tank, Glitch. Glitch, how are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. What a great way to end my week.
Yeah, you guys looked really good. How does it feel to go up 2-0 over a team many were saying could have been one of the strong contenders for that first place in Danger Close? How does it feel to, kind of cement you guys as the top spot?
Definitely really good. A lot of the teams coming in, we didn't have a lot of idea about. We had heard a lot of big talk, and then we definitely saw that on that first point before we kind of made some adaptations. So I think we're just really, really happy with where we're at, and we're going to be pretty happy with whatever the outcome of this game was. So definitely a dub is better. So.
All right, so Glitch, y'all Chang did it. Y'all beat Danger Close Red using a ball composition that no one expected. Neither me nor Spooky expected it.
Absolutely.
Was that some secret strat y'all were hiding? Because it looked very practiced, and y'all didn't roll out with it initially. Y'all tried other compositions, and so I was thinking maybe that was a secret strat that y'all were saving for later on in the tournament. That y'all felt pressured enough to bring it out.
I wouldn't say it's some sort of secret strat that we have got going before. However, a lot of those are some picks that we're just pretty comfortable on. We saw at first that we really just were not winning that matchup on our first map, especially when they were running that 6-man. We were really just having a rough time with that. Cannon, one of his specialties is on Pharah, as you could see. So we tried a lot of different variations of that ball comp. But this particular one was kind of a hybrid of all of them, and it just happened to click right today.
Well, that's good to hear. So,
yeah, it certainly looked fantastic, and we do want to give a special shout out to Cannon. It really did feel like you disrupted the team, then he came in and got the damage going. The entire team played great, but we do want to give a special shout out to Cannon on that Pharah. I do have to ask, Dylan and I were talking a little bit about, in pretty much every match, Danger Close initially had a better time bank than you guys. do you feel when overtime hits, does that put pressure on you guys, or do you feel like you play better? Because it definitely felt like a clutch factor from the casting booth. When overtime hit, you guys turned on.
I think that really just comes down to at least that first couple of maps, or at least that first map, our comms were kind of sloppy, and I think that it was really kind of a wake-up call that we need to fix those comms, and really it's just kind of like the hyper focus comes in. We always try to do like the Korean comms of like repeating who we're all shooting for. So really that comes in, and that's the only thing that is being said is who we're all shooting in those overtimes, and that definitely really helps us out and helped us clutch out a lot of overtimes.
Yeah, and it certainly worked for you guys, because Dylan and I were like, oh, it's overtime. clvr are going to come out and pound.
Yeah, and I also just have to shout out during a lot of those overtimes, our support Copel, Sarah on Mercy, just absolutely, I don't know if you could tell on stream, but just clutched out the fights by either keeping me alive, keeping Cannon alive, going to the backline, getting an insane res. She really, really just clutched it out in a way that is, I don't think, really imaginable and really shows on stream.
Yeah, everyone
love the support love.
Yeah, everyone on y'all's team definitely had some clutch factors. So big shout out to your entire team for that. Just being able to maintain that confidence under the pressure that overtime usually brings. But my next question. So do y'all prefer what kind of compositions do y'all prefer? Y'all prefer like Reinhardt based? Because I saw y'all wanting to, kind of falling back to that, especially in those overtime situations where you're like, hey, we got to hold here. And sometimes it was actually the downfall of y'all, where you'd swap compositions to that Reinhardt comp and then just get blown up the next fight and let danger close snowball every single time. So do y'all prefer that, or
I would
yeah.
I would say that pretty often we do kind of go back to that comp. The clvr's been through a lot of iterations of different teams. A lot of different main tanks had a couple different supports in, and the only DPS player that's been consistent throughout the inception of this has been Cannon, and that really was something that we would fall back on, and it was like our original comp that we were definitely really good at. And we would even went through a couple of our initial tournaments really just defaulting and only running that comp. And now we've kind of started to branch out more, but it's definitely something that we have fallen back on, but clearly did not work out today.
Yeah, agreed. Y'all's ball comp though looked phenomenal.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I've been practicing ball a lot.
Ball's not an easy main tank, and you made it look easy today. So congrats, that work has been paying off.
Yeah, we could definitely tell you have been putting the work in. Well, thank you so much for joining us here, Glitch. Those are all the questions we have for you. And please pass our congratulations on to the whole team, and congratulations to yourself as well on a beautiful performance tonight. That's going to wrap up the Hyperion Invitational Cup stream for tonight with a 3-1 win of Kaiju Corp Clover over Danger Close. There's still a lot more Hyperion Cup Invitational to come. We do have a game on Monday, which I believe it's Tempest Typhoon versus Frost Nova. And we do have a game of Paradise Aegis versus Lux Nova. Sorry, Paradise Aegis versus Lux Nova. That will be later this weekend. We're not quite sure where. Well, the other game will be on Monday. So be certain to watch out. Be certain to follow the stream to make sure you're not going to miss any of this action, because this league, you never know what's going to come next, as we saw tonight. My name's Spooky. I've been bringing the action alongside my co-caster Dylan, and we do have Oakley on production, doing the observing, keeping the stream running, and really the backbone of our entire stream here. So thank you, Oakley. Dylan, you got any last words before we close it out?
Yeah, a little shout out. Go up in that top right corner, look to see if you have any Twitch Prime subs, hit that notification icon, and we will see you next time.
Thank you so much, and be on the lookout for more games, because there's a lot more Hyperion Cup Invitational. But that's it for us tonight. Thank you so much, and good night.